not wanting. Okay, I got you. Is like showing me I'm aware again. Just that awareness of the awareness is such a help
Yeah.
from last meeting. The last call. I'm very aware that the practice of instant balance and to connect with my magnificence continuously makes a huge difference in my whole day over every little thing. Nuno
Peter,
posted that
you're
on
on mute. Peter
Telegram
is
one day.
muted.
Nuno, you posted on that one day over every little thing for each one of us. It's different things on how to
Peter,
instant
you're muted.
balance continuously.
Yes, each and every word, almost daily, I'm working with something new, and it's quite amazing what we are doing because we don't need big events. We just need to go to our daily life and keep practicing, and the change is here every single day. The
Oh,
change
yeah.
is here. We just have to keep focusing on this dialogue. Sometimes it's a silent dialogue with our magnificent, but it's always there.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Well,
it's our
focus,
choice.
yeah, the
Yes, it's
focus
our
is
choice
important.
to be focused and to pay attention to our magnificent and to give it importance and bring it in our life. Is just our choice. And the more we do it, the more we are focused and we are changing. And now we know we change our soul, we change our experience, and I feel vice versa. For our experience to change, our soul has to, uh, change also, be updated. I feel to a new set of experiences.
It's that expansion, right?
Yes, that's what Peter was talking about. It's all about expansion. It's all about growth, and we are growing so much that everything is really changing. The world changes. The people around us changes. Not so much the people. Hopefully, them too, but the way we look at everything, our point of view, and we are not feeding, old views and old beliefs and old systems and old programming. So we are evolving constantly. It's very powerful.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
You
you.
know, Nick, but Alex, you cannot be aware of awareness.
Okay.
You can't be aware of what?
Aware.
Aware of awareness. It's not
That's not
shows.
the that's not the correct terminology.
It's just awareness.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Awareness
I got it.
is.
Yes.
Awareness is. That's good. Thank you.
That's so important.
Yes, that is. I think
Thank you, Peter.
sometimes in my explanations of what I'm going through, I don't have the correct words.
And
Not just you.
the correct words are key part.
Yes,
Are
Every
what?
key part.
there is awareness. Period. Now, what starts with after awareness? Know, K-N-O-W, new, N-E-W, and instant balance. And then after that, there's practice and experience. it really boils down to those five concepts.
So how about spirit, Peter?
How about what?
Spirit. Spirit.
Experience?
Spirit.
Spirit, spirit.
Let's say that again. I'm missing.
Spirit. Spirit.
Nuno is
We are
you know,
talking about
about-
our souls. Yeah, sorry. Did you get it, Peter?
No.
Spirit. Soul and spirit.
Experience?
Spirit.
Look at Michelle. Hold it back up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
That was good.
I
Very
was-
good.
I was going to do that as soon as you held it up. That's good.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
It is.
That's the collective.
Spirit is an extra word, not necessary.
Okay.
Okay.
Not necessary?
That's what he said
Okay.
at the moment.
It's like taking a dictionary, one page, and throwing the book away and says, we're going to keep these words.
There it is.
It makes it a lot simpler.
That's the key.
Simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
Used to hear about Simple Simon.
Right. Yeah. The Simon Says,
Simon said, yeah.
but the words are awareness. That's how everything starts. And then no new balance, and balance becomes instant, and then that's really all owned by your magnificence.
All owned?
Owned.
Okay.
And then you have practice and experience. Practice and experience. So that's what it boils down to. It's it's that simple,
Yay.
Hmm.
but it's amazingly complex and precise.
Yes.
Yes.
Peter,
I
are we
wouldn't
doing
want it
better?
any other way.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Oh, it's okay. I said after Peter said it's complex and perfect, right?
Precise.
Said
Precise.
we wouldn't have it precise. We wouldn't have it any other way,
Truly.
or else it would be messy
And yeah.
and confusing. Yeah, it's a little bit. But
Yes.
yeah,
It wouldn't be balanced.
exactly.
It's like playing a chess game with the rules or Chinese checkers. It just doesn't work.
Yeah,
That's fun.
that would be difficult. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Good one, Alfred.
A whole different set of rules.
Yeah, the no part is we we actually do understand everything, but we're in a position where we're supposed to focus, right? We focus. And if we don't focus, we're not going to get the differentiation between this and that and the other.
No.
Because we can't be aware. I need to get a sharper knife because I want to separate this a little bit better. And
Yeah.
the focus puts us in a deeper awareness where I've got that sharper knife. Now I got a little different cut. And all of a sudden we're in another place because as we move into this awareness of it allows us to become part of it. We own it now. It's not just we're watching a movie or reading a book or seeing a picture or looking out the window. It's a part of us. It's actually, we put it inside. The awareness part puts it inside us. And I look at all the things around us, and as I personally become aware, then my magnificence says, "Oh, well, you don't have enough understanding here. Let's open this window and let you perceive this reality or this idea, or so we can focus a little deeper, and pretty soon you're in another place. It's not the same."
That's expansion.
Say again?
Nice explanation.
That is expansion.
That's part of expansion. Zorro said we're really 9 or 10 feet tall or bigger. We are. We just can't, we're not aware of it. And if we're not aware of it, you're not looking up at yourself. You're looking down. We need to look to realize that we are magnificent.
Yay!
There's nothing
Yes.
beyond it. I mean, it's like trying to stop bullets with a paper shield. You just can't do it. But because we are in touch with our magnificence, there's a 6-foot thick wall of protection. You know, no man ever hurt Jesus except that he allowed it, right? Nobody threw a spear at him. A sword never touched him. You know, all of those things because he had this presence around him. He was always one with himself. So what we want is our oneness. That's it. You want me to speak more?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Alfred. Wonderful.
Tears come to my eyes because Peter is
You're
so
doing-
gracious to us. Peter has taken the time to allow us to be who we really are. And it's difficult. None of us understands who we are, but Peter does.
Understands.
And Peter took, just like Jesus took the 12, he took this body of people and said, I know who you are, and we are one.
Yeah.
We're going to have a great time doing this, right?
Yay!
So I'm looking forward to going to the Broadmoor.
Yes.
Me too.
Hang it out.
Let me explain something to you.
Go, Alfred.
Because my magnificence said, you don't know diddly about the Broadmoor. I was at a bookstore, a used bookstore, and I found the entire history book of the Broadmoor.
Wow.
Okay. It's not owned by that same group anymore. It was purchased by somebody else, and they describe all of the functionality of that property. And and because they deal with the elite, I mean, they have stores and all that stuff, but the big thing is these people who work there are so dedicated to making sure you get what you want. I mean, it's like it's almost like the genie. They already know who you are, and
Yes.
and it's like a deeper understanding of yourself because somebody is there to make it happen for you. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I can't give it to you like that. I read about it, but I found that book, and to find the book on the Broadmoor, how awesome is that? Everybody here heard about the Broadmoor, but none of you have ever seen the book, right?
No.
No,
I
Gary.
think I have seen the book.
Huh?
I have seen the book. I think it was online.
You have seen the book.
I looked it up online, but
Yeah, I
I
looked it up online and there was a big history thing about it. I read about it a few years ago.
So there's a few of us that have added to
educated.
our experience, right? So that's a really neat thing. But experience is more than that. Every day now. I walk a mile with my wife because this gives her more. What would you call it? A workload on her heart.
Mhm.
And we used to do it a couple of times a week, maybe, and but we go down with the dogs at least 6 times a day because there's no dog door here. We got 2 dogs, so we have to do that, and it helps her get more work on her heart. But now we go to Starbucks every day. It costs me a little more money because we get a drink and we sit there, and I bring dog treats for the dogs, and I have a little what do you call it? One of those expandable silicone bowls. It
Yeah,
collapses,
dog bowl.
Uh-huh.
and
For the
and it's
water.
got a little hook on it, like a rock climber. So I keep it on my belt when I'm walking. And the nice thing about it is that I can open that up. Starbucks gives you some water that has no ice in it, and the dogs have water. What I'm saying to you is I'm doing that almost on a daily basis now because she has that 45% function. We don't lift anything, or I don't lift anything. I mean, I do a lot of work. I go when we go shopping. I move a wagon with dog food in it. That kind of thing that happens. But the nice thing about it is all of us experience things in a different way. But I am caught up in the next thing and the next thing and the next thing that allows everything to return to normal, to balance, you might say. So I don't know how it is for each one of you, but when I needed lemons, I went to Yuri's, and Yuri has this monster tree in the backyard with great big. The lemons are as big as
Juicy
oranges,
lemons.
or
Wow.
bigger.
After I heard that, I took all my lemon seeds, not all of them, but I just wanted to try it, and I planted 12 lemon seeds, and one is growing.
Yay!
I can have a
Whoa.
lemon tree inside.
Yeah.
Okay, now that lemon tree will never be what the lemon was, because it's like
It
it's like
says that you can grow them from lemon
no,
seeds.
you can. But what I'm saying is, the way they grow, well, how did you call it? The same thing. In other words, I have a Meyer lemon here. A Meyer lemon has no seeds. It is
Mhm.
really tasty and so forth. The way they get that is they cut a piece of a lemon tree, of that tree.
Mhm.
They plant that. So
They graft it.
no, they cut a piece of the tree. In other words, there's a limb there, and they just trim off a small piece and they plant it and root it.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so that is how they get the next tree that's just exactly the same.
Oh,
Okay, so
interesting.
when you plant a seed, it's never in the world going to be the same as the other thing. There's going to be it's going to be another, one of the billion varieties that are planted from seeds. It's unique. It's not the same, right? Right, Yuri?
Wow.
It's always different.
I'm learning from you, Alfred.
Yes, it's
That's true.
yes.
So
One of
With-
my
and
experiences,
especially with
as you say,
cities.
our experiences are all different, and according to who each one of us is from, we're all one, but we're part of each one. When I was working at Nonesuch, and I called them the Jesus people, came in and visited me because I'm very interested in that, and it was a whole family, and more than just a family. They told me they wanted me to see what you would look like when you had no shots and no vaccinations for, I forget how many generations. They said they were the kindest, most beautiful people I've ever seen, with such depth of a love that I've never felt. And that was a while ago. So that is amazing that my magnificence brought that to me.
well, I think that we're, because of this place, this reality we're in, the part of the thing that we're experiencing, the way we're experiencing it, the being called Valiant Thor brought a team of people, like in the 30s, I don't know, maybe 35, 36 people. And he spent 3 years with at the Pentagon, believe it or not. He spoke 100 languages. He was from Venus. I guess you heard me say that before. But the point of it all is we can change. We can instantly be different. We can, because what Peter said is, once you know, you create something new, and all of the creative work that we're going to be doing, that we are doing, I'm not going to be, we are doing it all the time, is that change can be as if we were back in Eden. We have all of those templates are there. Which template do you want to use today? What reality, or I don't know, that
Experience?
what experience? Yeah, what vibration do you want to tune into? Do you want the blue ray, the purple ray? You want, total white, it's awesome. Each thing is a vibration, right? It's all vibration. And so frequency or whatever. And if you are a sensitive person, you cannot listen, maybe even to jazz. I don't know. Maybe you're so sensitive you can't do that. But we're supposed to be able to do everything. So we have not just tolerate it, but we have to bring it in. Now it's part of us, and it's okay. I used to be around jet engines. It's so pleasing to me to hear a jet engine. And to you, it's noise. It's terrible. Another jet just went over. Oh no, that's such a harmony. I can't tell you how peaceful it is to hear a jet engine run. People says, "Oh, can you hear that over there?" No, they're just starting that engine over there. And different airplanes have different engines, different sounds. So my belief is, not my belief, my understanding. Okay, my understanding is that we can do anything we want to anytime, because we are creators. One, and I met a lady over at Starbucks, and she was a nurse, and she had somehow injured her back. I don't know, whatever. So I told her the story that I had a relative who was an athlete, and he was doing gymnastics, and he missed the bar. He slipped off the bar and fell flat on his face as he was coming down. He flat on his face, completely flat. Didn't break a bone, didn't tear anything. He just face down. So I went over there. He was in Fullerton, and I adjusted him and all of his team, and I went to one guy, and this one gentleman, he had, if I put my hand my arm on his arm and press on it, and I put my finger all the way up and down his spine, none of his vertebrae were out. And I said, "Oh, is your dad a chiropractor?" He says, "No, I use an inversion bed." Instantly, that woman understood that she needed to use that inversion bed. She had to go buy one. I said, "Well, that's the way to heal when you don't have a chiropractor." She says, they won't allow me to get a chiropractor. They don't allow that in this healing system that I am now caught up in. And I said, "Well, just being on that inversion table, you tilt yourself down or whatever, you can control it yourself." And she instantly knew that. She said, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about that." Well, she had to come into my presence to know that, because why? I knew it. So we're all in harmony, right? We're all in harmony with the next thing. The people who need to know what you know or what you need to know are brought together. All likeness attracts, right? That's the way it works. Right,
That's
Peter?
cool, Alfred. Thank you for sharing. I'm wondering if Peter has anything more to say about magnificence and soul before our call ends.
Well, the magnificence and the soul are so important, and we might be minimizing our understanding of what our magnificence does for us and what the soul changes, how the soul changes. That's what it boils into. And that is a lot to absorb and to make practical. So that's it. We still have awareness, and we've talked about that. We still have do, know, and balance. We've talked about that. We still have practice and experience. We've talked about that. My granddaughter,
Temple?
hmm,
Temple?
Ella.
Ella,
Ella?
she is having a charmed life. It's magical, but she does all the things. She balances instantly, and it works. So I can say,
Is this what the normal all the new children will have instant balance?
no,
It's
that's
just her.
something each one earns,
Oh,
and it takes a lot of work to learn
she earned that. She earned all of that.
Yes.
Well,
Wonderful.
the last question I think we all want to ask is, how are we doing? A little personal here.
Well, you're doing great. There's 9 minutes, and there's 13 of us on this. In fact, 14 if you count Ed and Cynthia. So each one of you is doing great. it takes about a decade to learn to balance. It takes a lot longer if you're not working on it. It's endless. And it, so that's simply it. You have to work on it. It has to be your priority. It has to become instant. And there's no other way to get there.
Mhm.
Oh,
And now we know what to do, so it's simple. It's quite
yeah,
simple. Yes.
it there's awareness, there's no new balance, no new, and everything new is balance. It's so important to do that the balance becomes instant. And then there's practice and there's experience. And it's that simple. So, eh, um,
It seems to me I have a comment about new. Um, New kind of destroys no, doesn't it?
you what, Wendy?
New does new destroy? No, because you think you know, and then new comes along and you're like, well, I guess I didn't know.
You're not back in balance until you do it. Balance is so important. It's instant. Can't take 5 minutes. You can't take 10. You must do it instantly.
Wow.
Yes, because then no new balance happens instantly.
Correct.
So there's no, there's no gap. There'll be no flaws. There'll be no doubts. It's just
There's no
you
way
are
for
just
that doubt to
doing
get
it.
in.
Yeah, the new is coming, and you are automatically balanced. So more no, more no, more new, all at the same time.
Wow, that's nice.
And your magnificence knows this, and you want this, um, but you will not achieve instant balance until you earn it. And it takes about 10 years if it's your priority. If it isn't your priority, you will.
When we
Your,
say, sorry, Peter.
your magnificence will wait endless.
With no
Until
rush.
until it's your priority.
No rushing. But just to say this, so I feel quantum is the great equalizer. So we are equals, and that's what quantum brings to the table is we, each one of us, no matter who, really has to do the work to get there. So, and it feels like the great equalizer. It's up to us.
Correct.
Yeah.
And for you, 14 of you, it will take about a decade for you to learn instant balance. For those that don't have it as a priority, the wait will be endless.
Hmm.
One of the things that comes to my mind is we're doing this at some rate. If it takes us 10 years, that's fine. But are you where you need to be to continue to support us as a physical person?
Yes.
And it would be endlessly okay?
Well, it would be at least 20 years.
Okay. You put up with this that long?
I
Peter
said
will be
at
having
least,
fun.
At least.
at least a 2 decade, a long time.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
we know how, I mean, it touches me. I can feel the
Thank you, Peter.
connection. I can feel the connection when you were talking about this, about all of us.
Yes.
It's not like we are separate. We all know it together.
Yes.
And each of us does different things. We're skilled in whatever, but you are taking the time to,
Be here.
scratch the bingo card so that we have 5 in a row and we get the bingo. We want to get that prize.
We have the language.
And I don't know. I really have no clue as to what happens when we get all of these things together. Have you told us already what we're going to be doing when we get this together?
For the everybody will surprise themselves. Ah,
Yay. That's funny.
Peter, Peter, this is the magnificence or orchestrating itself.
myself.
Itself.
The magnificent orchestrating itself.
My big magnificence is just part of the process.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is.
Totally different than awareness. Totally different than soul. Totally different than soul. Capital S. Totally different than practice. Totally different than experience. But if you're working on other things, you're wasting your time. But there's such leniency in the system that we can waste our time endlessly.